In a small American town surrounded by golden fields and quiet streets, there lived a man named Daniel Harper. To everyone around him, Daniel looked successful. He owned the largest grocery store in town, drove a shiny black truck, and lived in a beautiful house on Maple Street. But Daniel had one flaw. He believed that stepping on others was the fastest way to climb higher. He underpaid his workers, ignored their complaints, and often blamed them for his own mistakes. When local farmers brought fresh produce to sell, Daniel would unfairly lower their prices, knowing they had no other big buyers in town. "Business is business," he would say with a shrug. One of his workers, Maria, worked double shifts to support her young son. She once asked Daniel for a small raise. Instead of understanding her situation, Daniel laughed and said, "If you can't handle it, someone else will." Maria left the store in tears that day. Months passed and Daniel's store continued to grow, but slowly something began to change. Farmers started selling their produce in the nearby city instead. A new grocery store opened across town, smaller, friendlier, and fair. Guess who managed it? Maria. People in the community remembered how Daniel treated them. Word spread. Customers began choosing the new store where they were welcomed with smiles and respect. Daniel laughed at first. "They'll come back," he said confidently. But they didn't. Within a year, Daniel's once busy store stood half empty. Bills piled up, his workers quit one by one. The shiny truck was sold. The house on Maple Street went up for sale. Sitting alone in his quiet office one evening, Daniel finally understood something he had ignored for years. Life is like an echo. Whatever you send out comes back to you. The unfair prices he gave to farmers came back as empty shelves. The disrespect he showed his employees came back as an empty store. The lack of kindness he spread returned as loneliness. One rainy afternoon, Daniel walked into Maria's store. It was warm, welcoming, full of laughter. He felt small. Maria noticed him. Instead of anger, she simply said, "Can I help you?" Daniel lowered his eyes and replied softly, "I just came to say I was wrong." Maria nodded. "We all learn," she said gently. That day, Daniel didn't just lose his pride, he found his lesson. He began working part-time at different places, this time with humility. He apologized to the farmers. He treated coworkers with respect. Slowly, trust returned. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't fast. But it was real. Daniel finally understood that success built on hurting others never lasts. True success is built on fairness, kindness, and integrity. Because in the end, what you do to others always finds its way back to you. If you plant dishonesty, you harvest regret. If you plant kindness, you harvest respect. If you plant cruelty, you harvest loneliness. Life keeps perfect records, so choose your actions wisely, treat people fairly, help when you can, speak with respect. Because the world has a way of returning every action, sometimes when you least expect it, and when that moment comes, you'll either face regret or receive the reward of your good deeds. The choice is always yours. If this story touched your heart and reminded you to always do right, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more motivational and life-changing stories.